Hello friends, today we will talk for wonderful topic which is invisibility, as the idea of invisibility has been explored in ancient myths and legends from various cultures around the world. In ancient Greek mythology, the god of the underworld, Hades, was said to wear an invisibility helmet that made him invisible. In Norse mythology, Loki, the trickster god, was also known to have an invisibility cloak. In ancient India, the concept of invisibility was explored in the science of Ayurveda, which is a traditional system of medicine that originated in India more than 5,000 years ago. Ayurvedic texts describe various herbs and substances that were believed to have the power of invisibility. In ancient China, Taoist philosophers explored the concept of invisibility in their quest for immortality. They believed that by achieving a state of enlightenment, they could transcend the physical body and become invisible. In ancient Egypt, the Book of the Dead contains spells and incantations that were believed to grant the power of invisibility to those who knew how to use them. These spells were said to invoke the power of the gods and were often used in funerary rituals to protect the deceased. The ancient Greek philosopher Plato also explored the concept of invisibility in his work, The Republic. In this dialogue, Plato describes a magical ring that can make its wearer invisible, and explores the ethical implications of such a power. Becoming invisible is a popular topic in science fiction, but it is currently not possible for humans to become completely invisible. However, there have been some research and developments in the field of invisibility cloaks, which can bend light around an object to make it appear invisible. One approach to creating an invisibility cloak involves using metamaterials, which are engineered materials with properties that do not exist in nature. These materials can be designed to have a negative refractive index, which means they can bend light in unusual ways. By arranging metamaterials in a specific pattern, it is possible to create a cloak that can bend light around an object and make it appear invisible. Another approach involves using nanotechnology to create a material that can manipulate light at the nanoscale level. This material can be used to create a cloak that can bend light around an object and make it appear invisible. However, these invisibility cloaks are still in the experimental stage and are not yet practical for everyday use. There are also limitations to how well they work, as they can only make objects appear invisible in certain wavelengths of light and at certain angles. To the naked eye, it looks like any other camouflage pattern coat. But to artificial intelligence security cameras, it's an invisibility cloak that effectively conceals the person wearing it. By day, the coat's customized camouflage prints, designed through an algorithm, escape detection from visible light cameras. By night, when security cameras usually identify humans through infrared thermal imaging, the coat's embedded thermal devices emit different temperatures, presenting an unusual heat pattern that allows the coat to fly under the radar. Developed by a group of 4 graduate students from China's Wuhan University, the Invis Defense Coat was one of the projects that attained the first prize at the Huawei Cup, an inaugural cybersecurity innovation contest supported by Chinese technological giant Huawei. We spent a lot of energy preparing for this, including this product's design and development. Wei Hui, the computer science graduate student who designed the coat's core algorithm, told Vice World News. He said that the Invis Defense Coat presents a novel way of circumventing AI human detection technology used by existing security cameras. When the students tested the coat on campus security cameras, the accuracy of pedestrian detection was reduced by 57%. Researchers said that one of the main difficulties of developing the coat was striking a balance between fooling both the camera and the human eye. We had to use an algorithm to design a least conspicuous image that could render camera vision ineffective, Wei said. China boasts a notorious state-of-the-art state surveillance system that is known to infringe on the privacy of its citizens and target the regime's political opponents. In 2019, The country was home to 8 of the 10 most surveilled cities in the world. Today, AI identification technologies are used by the government and companies alike, from identifying suspicious Muslims in Xinjiang to discouraging children from late-night gaming. There has been limited pushback. In 2020, a law professor won a lawsuit against a zoo in Hangzhou for collecting visitors' facial biometric data without their consent, in the country's first-ever case challenging the use of facial recognition technology. Similar privacy concerns were on the Wuhan University team's mind when they designed the Invis Defense Coat, which will be sold for about 500 yuan, $71. Security cameras using AI technology are everywhere. They pervade our lives, said Wei. Our privacy is exposed under machine vision. We designed this product to counter malicious detection, to protect people's privacy and safety in certain circumstances. According to Wei, the team's future research plans include making other objects invisible to AI cameras, such as inanimate items and moving cars. They are also looking into circumventing other types of cameras, such as those that use remote sensing, satellites or aircraft. But it appears that the researchers, who live in China, are not out to subvert the state's sweeping surveillance system. In fact, according to the team, they are hoping to strengthen it. The fact that security cameras cannot detect the Invis Defense Coat means that they are flawed, said Wei. We are also working on this project to stimulate the development of existing machine vision technology, because we are basically finding loopholes. If China were to discover a way to achieve true invisibility, it could potentially have a significant impact on military and surveillance technologies. An invisible military aircraft or submarine, for example, could be used to carry out covert operations without detection. Invisibility technology could also be used in the development of advanced surveillance systems that could make it difficult to detect or monitor criminal or terrorist activities. However, it is important to note that any advancement in invisibility technology would also have ethical implications. The ability to become invisible could be used to carry out illegal activities, such as espionage or theft. It could also be used to violate people's privacy and personal rights, by making it possible to observe or record people without their knowledge or consent. While the discovery of invisibility technology would have significant implications for military and surveillance technologies, it would also raise ethical concerns and could potentially lead to an arms race between nations seen China as we have seen in COVID-19. Thanks for watching video, signing off for now.